Life has just really been hitting me hard, but I finally have some time to sit down and chat. A lot of time, actually. So when disappointment strikes your home, strikes your life, strikes your body, or when things just don't go how you really thought that they were going to go, and you really have no plan, and your back is kind of against the wall in a sense. I've learned, and I'm still struggling to accept, but the only thing you can really do is trust the process. Trust that everything is going to be fine. Trust that everything is happening to you for a reason. And trust that it'll all work out for your greater good. I've been hit with plenty of blows, financial, car problems, work problems, and, after having a nice little peak, I definitely hit a valley, and my back is against the wall, and I feel lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I can admit that. I take every single day for what it is, but just because I'm doing that, it doesn't remove the worry and strife from my brain. And I'm just realizing that if I don't trust the process, all that worry and strife is going to manifest itself into just pain in my body, stress, confusion, anger, depression, anxiety. And so, although I'm disappointed in how my life is turning out right now, it doesn't mean that all this disappointment isn't going to lead to my biggest dream. And for the time being right now, I'll admit I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what's coming next. All I know is that I'm in school. All I know is that I have to eat, I gotta drink, I gotta sleep, and I gotta make it to tomorrow. And that's the only thing that I truly know. And that scares me a little bit, but I'm not scared to admit that it scares me a little bit. I'm not scared to admit that I really have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm not scared to admit that I don't have a structured plan anymore the way that I thought I did, because my structured plan plummeted. It fell through, and maybe my structured plan wasn't the structured plan that God has planned for me. You can structure your life and try and have these plans that you think are going to go through, and they just fall through. It just doesn't work out. And, it's not your fault. It's okay to be disappointed in how things turn out, and it's okay to be slightly disappointed in yourself. But what you do with that disappointment says a lot about who you are. So, are you going to trust the process that God has planned and put forth for you, or you're going to stay disappointed because you don't know what's going to happen next? Frankly, we never know what's going to happen next. There is no structured plan for life. And the disappointments that happen through life are a part of the structured plan that the Lord has set forth for you. It doesn't feel great sometimes, but in the end, it will feel amazing. I know this much is true. I know this much is certain. I will be okay, because in the end, I always am. You will be okay, because in the end, you always are. And for context, I will say, I had to get a car and finance it within the same month that I was released and let go from my job. So I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen to me next. And frankly, I I just have to be okay with that. I have to breathe. I have to use my coping skills. I have to pray. I have to do something with my time that fulfills the need to go to work or whatever it is that this world has subliminally forced me to believe would make me happy. Because I don't know if work makes me happy. I don't know that. I don't know anymore. I guess that's what this disappointment in my plan is for me to figure out. What makes me happy again. Finding my hobbies again. Finding ways to cope again. Releasing fear, strife, anger, depression, grief again. And it's a never-ending cycle of again. You revisit things that you have to revisit in order to gain peace, in order to gain structure. And I hope and pray that whatever everybody else is going through is really small in comparison to what it may feel like. Because what it may feel like is your heart being ripped out and crushed and stepped on, or your character, or your ego, or your bills are just piling up and you don't know what to do. And I pray that even though all these things are presently happening, it feels way, way smaller than what it could feel like. Don't let it get the best of you, man. You're here. You're present. You're living because there's a reason. You're here because there's a reason. You're disappointed, but there's a reason why. And I pray that in the end, I find out what that reason is. And I pray that you also find out what that reason is if this video relates to anything that you're going through. And I pray that, we find peace. Peace and love, y'all. Peace.